Good evening, and welcome to the Better Business Bureau's 2021 Student of Integrity Scholarship Award Ceremony. Though this year and last year's ceremonies look a little different, we are thankful you can attend and excited to honor our deserving recipients. Please feel free to offer words of support and congratulations to our amazing recipients in the comments section of this video. Before we get started, I would like to recognize our sponsors who have made the scholarship program possible. Our presenting sponsors are First Team Auto Mall and Northwest Ace Hardware. Our corporate sponsors are Adams Construction Company, Audiotronics, Blue, Member One Federal Credit Union, Miller Long and Associates, Tech Squared, Whistler Plumbing. And our patron sponsors are Anderson and Reed, Brown Edwards and Company, Dodson Pest Control, Friendship, Surf Pro of Roanoke, Montgomery, and Pulaski Counties, Sherwood Memorial Park, and Webb's Oil Corporation. Here are a few words from our wonderful sponsors.
Trust and integrity, built over years, can be completely dismantled with a single act. While the truth may hurt, both in the business world and personal relationships, it is always less painful than recovering from broken trust. This is why Tech Squared supports the BBB Student of Integrity Scholarship Program each and every year. Congratulations to the students for being chosen for this award and for living a life of integrity.
Sherwood Memorial Park chooses to support this scholarship because integrity is so important, and we really see that nowadays especially. It's so important to have young people that are not only intelligent and ready to go out and conquer the world, but do it with a sense of integrity and honor. And we are just so happy to support this. Congratulations to this year's BBB scholarship recipients.
At Member One Federal Credit Union, one of the pillars of community giving is education. And we are always seeking opportunities to make a meaningful impact in the lives of students looking to further their education. We also believe strongly in helping to develop the next generation of ethical business leaders. A student who embodies integrity never settles for less than what is right and always strives to make correct choices, and most of all, never loses hope for a better tomorrow. Thank you, students, for demonstrating integrity in your lives.
Building a foundation of integrity, ethics, and things of that nature are critical for a young student as they go off to college. The major reason being, as they go to college, many of them are living on their own for the first time, and they're starting to make decisions when nobody else is around. And that is a critical thing when you think about it, that, hey, mom and dad aren't there to be a soundboard to when I have to make this decision. So if you don't develop ethics early, if you don't develop integrity early, there's a chance you're going to stray, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes that many of us at my age say, I wish we wouldn't have made. And so those are just core principles as you go away, never to forget who you are. And that's why, again, we feel that integrity, students that can display that, ethics, the person you are when nobody is around, that is the person you want to always be.
On behalf of Adams Construction Company, I want to congratulate you for being a Student of Integrity Award winner. I'm certain that this deserves recognition, and I'm certain that you will do quite an honor with this. What I wanted to pass along to you today is, when I was early on in my career, there were several things that were taught to me by elder persons. One of which was integrity is one of those items that you simply cannot compromise on, whether you're a student, whether you're a collegiate level student, whether you're a career employee. Integrity is one of those things you simply cannot afford to have second questions. So I'm certain that the award that you're getting here today is well deserved. I want you to know that on behalf of Adams Construction Company, we are happy to be a sponsor and appreciate the hard work that you've done to garner this award. On behalf of Adams, thank you very much for your hard work.
When considering any sponsorship, we at Friendship always evaluate the organization and its mission to ensure that its mission is in alignment with our mission of supporting friends by providing peace of mind. The Better Business Bureau prides itself in being ethical and a trusted resource. and Friendship strives for this as well. We also understand the importance of cultivating caring and compassionate future leaders, as they will be the decision makers shaping the future for us. The advice I would like to give: always strive to be a friend, to offer support and provide peace of mind. Don't shy away from an opportunity to do good that will always benefit others. It will always pay off in the end. Make best use of this scholarship and let it be a continual reminder that you have worth. Your community believes in you and is counting on you to live with integrity and serve ethically.
First, congratulations on being chosen as a Student of Integrity Better Business Bureau Scholarship recipient. At Miller Long & Associates, we choose to sponsor this scholarship because we feel that integrity is the backbone of good business. Integrity is defined as the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. I define integrity more simply as doing the right thing even when no one else is looking. Building on this foundation of integrity will take you far in life. Your reputation as someone who is trustworthy and ethical will establish your place both in college and in your future profession. Never be afraid to lead, even when it seems you're all alone. Enjoy this next chapter in your lives and remember the guiding principles that have taken you to where you are today. Congratulations.
Hey, it's James Whistler from Whistler Plumbing and Air. And one of the reasons that we've chose to participate in the scholarship program is that our team here believes in supporting learning, growth, and opportunity. And we believe in equipping the future workforce and with team members that have high integrity and ethics. And I think that's what the student scholarship program is all about. Why I think that integrity, ethics, and trust is so important is just that it's really, at the end of the day, all you have. I think that a person with those three things is going to succeed through perseverance. You know, in some circles, integrity alone will cause an individual to stand well above the crowd. And I think all healthy relationships are built on trust. So being trustworthy and being able to trust others, it's so important to all of us. My advice for you guys is don't allow your circumstances to push you to compromise your integrity and ethics. Stay strong in the tough moments because they're just that. They're just moments in your entire life. I'm proud of each of you for what you stand for what you believe in, and wish you all the absolute best and the brightest futures.
It sure is nice to celebrate success, which is what a scholarship is. But it's also nice to reach for things that are higher, things that are nobler. And what this scholarship rewards is those higher and better things. So when you go up life's ladder, where we are with this scholarship is real rewarding people that do things right for the right reason. Get interested in something, and instead of sliding by, remember that you get out of school and out of anything you do what you put into it. So if you want to put nothing into it, that's what you're going to get out of it. Sorry everybody's not sitting in the room saying hi to everybody. And I'm glad that we're still handing out the recognition and the scholarship.
Thank you to our sponsors for those words of wisdom and encouragement. You heard our sponsors speak on the importance of integrity and trust, and Better Business Bureau wholeheartedly agrees. For over 100 years, the BBB name has been synonymous with trust. And to be able to share that rich history with these incredible students who embody our vision of a life of integrity, both in business and in everyday life, is truly a privilege and an honor. BBB's Student of Integrity Scholarship Program is designed to honor high school seniors in our 32 county service area who personify ethics through leadership, community service, and overall personal integrity. Since the program's inception in 2003, BBB has received more than 2,300 scholarship applications from over 150 schools and awarded $207,500 in scholarships to 230 deserving students throughout Western Virginia. The committee received more than 100 scholarship applications this year. As you can imagine, it is never easy to choose our recipients. Thankfully, we have a dedicated selection committee consisting of BBB staff and Alan Wade, the Executive Vice President of Member One Federal Credit Union, who devoted their time and expertise to these selections. The criteria for our 2 scholarship awards include more than simply writing an essay or recording a video. The committee searches for well-rounded, exceptional students. To be a student of integrity means being committed to a life that matters. What matters is your character and your acts of compassion, courage, and sacrifice that encourage others to emulate your example. Acting with integrity requires 3 steps: discerning what is right and what is wrong, acting on what you have discerned, even at a personal cost, and saying openly that you are acting on your understanding of right and wrong. We all were incredibly impressed when reviewing our scholarship recipients' entries and are very proud to have such exceptional students in our area. I know you will feel confident and energized about the future direction our community and world are headed once you hear their words and accomplishments. And that leads us to the main reason we're here. It is time to recognize our scholarship recipients. First, we have Jaiden Brooks from Harrisonburg High School. Jaiden credits his parents for instilling in him the importance of integrity, honesty, hard work, and perseverance. With these attributes, he overcame struggles and uncertainties to become the goalkeeper for his school's varsity soccer team and the elite travel soccer team in Charlottesville, Virginia. And thanks to his work ethic and determination, Jaiden has accomplished his lifelong goal of playing collegiate soccer. Here's an excerpt from his essay about upholding his integrity while refereeing for a friend's team. Without expressing agitation, I walked over to him, issued him a red card, and left. The following week at school, I was harassed by others for giving my friend a red card. I also received praise from other referees for having the courage to stand up to my friend. I took away from this situation that true friends respect your feelings whether they believe you are right or not. The moral of the story is do not officiate games involving your friends and always do the right thing, even if you do not think anyone is watching. Jaiden plans to pursue a degree in education at Frostburg State University. Next, we have Ruthie Brown from Giles High School. Ruthie is most proud of becoming a leader and advocate for healthier communities and healthier youth. At the weight of the state conference in Richmond, she presented to more than 300 school administrators, health professionals, and government officials on her experience as a youth health advocate and the barriers that prevent healthy lifestyles. Throughout high school, Ruthie was a GHS ambassador, a member of the Virginia Tech Young Life, and the captain of her varsity cross country and track teams. Here's an excerpt from her essay. Over time, I have learned that it is better to lead by example. Instead of preaching to people, I lead by living a healthy lifestyle. By leading by example and being compassionate towards others, I am able to help make Virginia a healthier place to live, work, and play. Ruthie will attend Virginia Tech and major in biology. Next, we have Emily Clark from Narrows High School. Emily realized at a very young age the importance of integrity, honesty, and standing up for yourself and others, no matter the difficulty. She had to be her siblings and her own advocate and protector in the face of danger and abuse, roles no child should have to assume, all while continuing with her education, playing basketball for her school, and being a member of numerous organizations like Help Save the Next Girl. Emily was courageous in telling her story and wants to use her experience to empower others. Here's an excerpt from her essay. When all of this was going on, I thought to myself, what is going to happen to me and my brothers? I had 2 options. I could choose to not say anything and go on with life, or tell them and get us out of there. That day was really hard, but I chose to get me and my brothers out of that situation. One day, I hope I can share this with the world so teen girls can look up to my story and hopefully fight for their life too. Emily plans to attend New River Community College. Next, we have Hannah Dotson from Buffalo Gap High School and the Shenandoah Valley Governor's School. For Hannah, embodying integrity means acting with compassion and using your voice to advocate yourself and others. Her proudest accomplishment is giving students an outlet to share their challenges and stresses from this past year through her research project. With her knowledge and experience, Hannah was able to spread validation and awareness of her peers' challenges and offer ways to overcome them. Hannah was co-captain of her school's academic team, a peer mentor, a senior advisor for the Shenandoah Valley Governor's School, and a member of concert, pep, and marching bands. Here's an excerpt from her essay. My morals shifted in that I went from valuing others' feelings so much that I would sacrifice my own to understanding that my feelings are important too. I learned that balancing mindfulness of others' emotions and needs with my own is essential, and communication is one of the best ways to do that. I also realized asking for help does not make people weak. If anything, that willingness to be vulnerable makes them strong. Hannah will attend James Madison University and pursue a major in psychology. Next, we have Shannon Filer from James River High School. For Shannon, integrity and trust are important aspects of informing relationships and making an impact on others. Through moments when her integrity was challenged and friendships were tested, she discovered that acting with integrity is not always easy and not everyone will appreciate your actions or agree with your decisions. Shannon held multiple leadership roles throughout high school as president of robotics and Help Save the Next Girl, drum major of the marching band, and achieved the Girl Scout Gold Award and Eagle Scout rank in the Boy Scouts of America. Here's an excerpt from her essay. Looking back on this difficult decision, I've realized it has taught me that true loyalty is taking the steps to help your friends, even if they might not want or appreciate it. Truly caring about someone means you are willing to lose their friendship if it means securing their well-being. This experience changed my definition of friendship, my understanding about loyalty, and how I view myself as a future friend. Shannon plans to major in physics while attending Princeton University. Mari Gaza, Blacksburg High School. Mari has experienced firsthand the impact racism and microaggressions have on an individual's self-image, confidence, and actions. She discovered that the best way to demonstrate integrity is to stand up for yourself and others when faced with bias and adversity. Mari was a founder and the vice president of Bruins Against Gun Violence, a member of her Student Council Association, and a leader of her varsity soccer, cross-country, and indoor and outdoor track teams, as well as a member of the Blacksburg Rescue Squad. Here's an excerpt from her essay. I realized that in school, we learn about bias through slavery and violent events in our nation's history. We don't learn about subtle and seemingly harmless remarks. I vowed from that day forward to not stay silent in the face of subtle remarks that reinforced racial stereotypes, no matter how seemingly benign. I began expressing myself to my friends who were active listeners and vital in my growth. They helped me understand that I was more than just a culture and a skin tone. I am compassionate, intelligent, loyal, and athletic. Mari will attend the University of Vermont and pursue a major in psychology and/or environmental science. Next, we have Cameron Gilmore from Blacksburg High School. Cameron knows the importance of hard work, perseverance, and integrity when working towards your goals. He also understands that part of integrity is having compassion and realizing that acting with integrity is more than just a personal quality. It also affects those around you for the better. Cameron was co-captain of his soccer team, held leadership positions in National Honor Society, the Science National Honor Society, and his Science Olympiad team, as well as being a member of his school's debate team and an avid environmental activist. While preparing for the Science Olympiad competitions, Cameron's teammates encouraged him to take the easy way out and purchase a building kit, but he knew, albeit tempting, that's not the route he wanted to take to win. To be competitive the following year, I knew I would either have to cave in and purchase a kit or learn about building design. This time, though, there was no struggle to make the decision. I enrolled in an intro engineering course and spent hours building and testing different designs. The pride I felt from sticking to my principles has strengthened my resolve. I feel confident I can resist future temptations to compromise my integrity. Cameron plans on majoring in molecular biology at Dartmouth College. Samantha Johnson from Northside High School. Samantha has seen the impact drugs can have on an individual and their family and friends. She lost both her parents to addiction and has had to make difficult decisions when choosing what type of friends she surrounds herself with. Samantha was captain of her high school's varsity volleyball, basketball, and softball teams, coached youth volleyball, volunteered for numerous organizations, and worked part-time. Here's an excerpt from her essay. Watching my mom struggle, her appearance change, her inability to hold down a job or to even keep a promise really made me want to take a hard look at my life and the direction I wanted it to go. I knew that I did not want to become an addict like my parents. Having both parents die from drugs really shows you that this epidemic is real and that it can happen to anyone. Samantha will pursue a nursing major at Virginia Western Community College. Next, we have Mitra Kazemi from Hidden Valley High School. For Mitra, honesty is an integral part of acting with integrity. It is made up of more than just not telling lies, but being honest with yourself, your actions, your thoughts, and your values. Mitra was flute section leader in her high school's marching band and concert band, played on the JV and varsity basketball teams, and was a member of the Roanoke Youth Symphony Orchestra. She also founded and developed a math tutoring website where she tutored students and donated all the profits to the World Health Organization. Here's an excerpt from her essay. Technically, honesty means not telling lies, but I think it's more than that. Being honest with yourself may show up in things as simple as shopping. Do I really need this? Or things as complicated as your sense of identity. Do I hide what I like to conform to what's popular? Sometimes people choose to admit parts of a story to circumvent telling the whole truth. By leaving these pieces out, they aren't lying, but they are being dishonest. Mitra will attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and major in neuroscience. Next, we have Ashlyn Kurtner from Pulaski County High School. Ashlyn demonstrated her integrity, kindness, and altruism by organizing and performing an annual community music concert that has raised more than $4,000 for local and national causes. Out of her many accomplishments and activities, she is most proud of the fundraising event and efforts because she's been able to make a difference in the lives of others. Throughout high school, Ashlyn was a member and leader of multiple organizations such as student government, varsity cross-country team, National Honor Society, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Here's an excerpt from her essay about choosing to not follow along with student efforts to cheat and how upholding one's integrity can lead others to follow suit. Little did I know that when I left the group chat, several others decided to follow. Not only was I not ostracized, but I was also considered a leader for doing the right thing. When I did the right thing instead of the wrong, I ended up influencing my peers in a positive way. I remembered the commitments I had made to stay honest and influence my peers positively. While I know I am not perfect and will make mistakes, this incident encouraged me to stand strong in my morals throughout the remainder of my life. Ashlyn plans to be a music major while attending Lee University. Next, we have Alice Lynn from Radford High School. Alice's proudest accomplishment is her perseverance and motivation, despite hardships and challenges, like having to learn English at a late age and the struggles of juggling her 35-hour work week at her family's business, school, and leadership positions, as well as activities. But despite the challenges and disadvantages, she pushed herself to maintain a positive attitude and achieve her goals. Alice was a member of her high school's cross-country and indoor and outdoor track teams, the Student versus Cancer Organization, National Honor Society, and Art Club. Here's an excerpt from her essay. Mrs. Chen was a stranger with whom I had no reason to interfere. Although both Mrs. Chen and I were in trouble, due to Mrs. Chen's disadvantage, she was limited to those who understood her language. In this real-life experience, I realized how salient it is to lend a hand to others, even if trapped in my own struggles. Similarly, my Chinese culture intrigues me to provide service for others. Growing up, I watched my parents take action based on family needs rather than self. The integrity inside me intrigues me to assist others wherever I go, no matter who they are. Alice will pursue a design major at Virginia Tech. Next, we have Dylan Mayang from EC Glass High School. Through multiple experiences in his life, Dylan has learned just how impactful offering others empathy and understanding can be, especially throughout this past year's pandemic. He saw the effect isolation, confusion, and grief had on his community and wanted to lift the spirits of his friends and neighbors. Dylan's idea started as a violin concert for senior centers and turned into an international music production with more than 40 musicians called the Orpheus Project that was seen across the country and was featured on his local news network. Along with his musical achievements and talents, Dylan was also the captain of the cross-country and indoor and outdoor track teams, a member of student council, and had multiple internships throughout high school. Here's an excerpt from his essay about helping a new student and how small acts of kindness can create a community. Meeting my teammate presented me with an ethical dilemma concerning the act of helping versus violation of privacy, in which I ultimately decided to do the former in spite of the latter. I'm glad I chose that. Not only was I able to help him with his shoes and homework, I was able to create a community around him in which my teammates and I gained a greater understanding and empathy for each other. I also saw the power in taking the initiative to help others. In doing so, both my team and teammate benefited, when in fact, I was simply trying to help him. Seeing the effect this entire situation had on the cross-country team will guide my future actions when I am presented with similar ethical situations. Dylan plans to major in kinesiology while attending the University of Virginia. Next, we have Ebenezer Knight from Riverheads High School. Ebenezer believes a large part of acting with integrity means making the commitment to do so all of the time, not just when people are watching or when it will benefit you. He encourages everyone to self-reflect and actively decide what type of person you want to be and what values you will uphold. Ebenezer was captain of his high school soccer team, an academic team, a member of the cross-country team, FBLA, and student council, and his church's drummer. Ebenezer will attend Bridgewater College and major in health and exercise science. Ebenezer is our social scholar recipient. The prompt for the BBB Social Scholar Scholarship was to create up to a 3-minute video illustrating your commitment to ethical, lifelong decision-making and how one of the main principles in the BBB standards for trust, which are trust, honesty, truthfulness, transparency, honoring promises, responsiveness, safeguarding privacy, and integrity, have impacted your life. The following is Ebenezer's video entry.
What's up, guys? Ab Knight here to talk to you about basically life and what it means to be a trustworthy and reliable person. Because the truth of the matter is, you're going to meet a lot of people in life, people with different personalities, ideas, standards, and there comes a time in which you have to decide what type of person you're going to be. Are you going to be a person that people can trust and can rely on? Or are you going to be the type of person that people are constantly skeptical of? There are several attributes of a reliable person. The first of these is trust. You must have trust between you, your family members, your friends, co-workers, whomever it may be. There must be trust between you and the other person. Because if you don't have trust, you really don't have anything. You don't have a starting point on which to develop a strong relationship with the other person because you don't trust them or they don't trust you. The second trait of a reliable person is honesty. Honesty is often related with trust. How much someone trusts you can be related with your honesty. My mother has always told me that trust goes up or down based on what you do. And your honesty plays a huge role in that. The third characteristic of a reliable person is integrity. Integrity is often defined as who you are when no one is looking. You act in the same way regardless of whether or not people are watching you. Even nature has to have integrity in order to stay stable. And in much the same way, you must have integrity in order to be a reliable person. The last characteristic of a reliable person is commitment. It's great to be trustworthy. It's great to be honest. It's great to have integrity. But if you only have these traits part of the time, it doesn't do you any good. So that is why you must commit to being a reliable person, so that you are consistent and that you are truly reliable. I've tried to exemplify these characteristics in areas of my life. I've tried to earn people's trust by being honest, and I've tried to do so with a level of integrity. If I feel there is a misunderstanding or a level of dishonesty, I've tried to clarify the situation with whomever I'm speaking to, whether that be a coach, a family member, or a teacher. Nobody's perfect, but I believe we should all put forth an effort to be honest and trustworthy, so that we can become more reliable citizens of this world.
Now, please join me in watching a video of our scholarship recipients as they discuss their thoughts, feelings, and experiences with having and demonstrating integrity.
I think integrity means being true to yourself, despite the circumstances or the consequences that come with it, And integrity definitely isn't the easiest thing to choose. But whenever we do choose it, I think we're choosing the honesty over that immediate gratification. We just need to remember that it does impact us in the future. And once we take that into account, I think it's a lot easier for us to choose integrity.
When we have one or two different opinions that maybe don't always align with us, but you can see their side, but they can also see your side, that's when we find that those relationships are the strongest. And that's when we find that integrity can really change our relationships with people, and how we can value our morals and we can stay true to who or what we think, but while also remembering that those people are doing the exact same thing. We can't punish them or make them feel like they are less than us by staying true to them.
My advice to those who struggle in making right decisions would be, first of all, to stay calm. It's a lot easier to make bad decisions quicker if you're very emotional, very high-tempered, whatever it may be. But if you practice a level of patience and calmness, it's a lot easier to make those right decisions. And additional advice I would give is, one, find a support group who will help you in making your right decisions in your endeavors to make right decisions. And number two is find resources that will encourage you to make those right decisions.
I think integrity means kind of two things to me. The first being that you make honest decisions and choices that kind of follow your specific moral values, even if it may be the harder choice at the time. And the second being that you're compassionate towards others. Like whether it's a stranger you just met on the street or someone you've grown up with and known your whole life, I think everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and respect.
The advice that I would give to someone that is going through a hard time and their challenges and trials that they're going through life is, don't follow the crowd. Just be yourself. And two, it always comes back to you and making sure that you are okay. And follow your instincts to what's right.
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I've always wanted to educate the younger generations about what the world holds for them. With that being said, the major reason behind why I really want to major in education is to guide the future leaders of America in the correct direction, one in which the characteristics that make up integrity are applied and used more often than they are in today's current society.
Part of having integrity is being able to pause and reflect on what your actual values are, especially when you're presented with new situations where you might not have like an instinctual, this is what I believe, this is what I'm going to do. You have to pause and make sure that what you're doing is reflecting your values. I know sometimes in unfamiliar situations, the instinct is to just go with whatever society would want you to do. And as social creatures, that's our instinct because we don't want to be rejected by society. But that's not really having integrity. You have to pause and then figure out what you want to do and then actually do that.
I believe that integrity means being the person you're most proud of, whether it's the family and friends you have, your culture, your talents, and the morals you value. To me, having integrity gave me the courage to express who I am. It can be as big as paying devotion to my family, or even as small as, not being hesitant to bring my culture's food to lunch. Most importantly, my integrity has given me the courage to accept that my passions can become my life. I want to be a leader and an inspiring artist who employs positivity and creativity to help and inspire people around me and those who are struggling.
To those who are questioning their integrity or find it being challenged from some outside source, I just encourage you to remember what it is that you stand for. You are where you are today because of some passion or some drive that encouraged you to go to where you are now. I would just encourage you to reflect on that and remember that and draw from that and use that drive or passion to give you strength. yes, it's difficult to challenge a system or an organization or some sort of authority that is telling you to do something that you may not feel comfortable with. But at the end of the day, you just remember why it is that you are in your position, and remember what it is you stand for, and draw on that to act with integrity.
Someone in my life that really is the image of integrity when I think about it is my grandmother. She's kind, patient, forgiving, all of the above. Like, she makes me want to strive just to be like her. And I feel like that really comes from her religion, because she became a Christian at a young age, and I'm a Christian. And I know that God made her the way she is today. And she is just the image of integrity to me, because she's always honest. And I know nobody's perfect, but she'll always learn from her mistakes, and she'll always want to make the right choices.
Integrity is important because it doesn't just shape your life, it shapes the lives of those around you, and it also shapes the way that other people view you. Advice I'd have for acting with integrity is to really take a step back and place yourself in others' shoes, and just view the world from another perspective other than your own. Additionally, I think that it's okay to build upon your own values or even change them based on new information. And I think that's also a really important part of integrity, is just being open to what the world has to offer.
So I think personally, my parents embody integrity, and that's not only because I've seen them, kind of teach me those values themselves, but that also I know the kind of their journey. They come from less fortunate backgrounds. They both immigrated here, and they had a lot of obstacles they had to face because they were immigrants, kind of making a path for themselves. And they use those obstacles to bolster their integrity as opposed to letting it break down their integrity. And so that's kind of why I think they really embody what integrity is. And that's kind of how they've demonstrated it as well.
Integrity ties into helping others, because part of integrity is wanting to be the person who makes the world a better place, and in conjunction with that, actually making the world a better place. So if you have integrity with yourself and with your community, it leads you to wanting to help wherever you can, and wanting to help in volunteering or helping out a friend or doing anything, just doing anything. Having integrity means that you will put your effort into that, and you will see it through. And in the end, you can make a better place for yourself and those around you.
We are thrilled to have such inspiring and exceptional students of integrity, and we hope you enjoyed getting to know them as much as we enjoyed learning about them in the selection process. This program would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication of these exceptional students. Please take a moment to congratulate and celebrate our amazing 2021 students of integrity. On behalf of BBB, I want to thank each of you for inspiring us all with your uplifting words on integrity. Do not falter from the path you are on, and I know you will live a life of success and accomplishment. I would also like to thank Sarah Lutz, who most of you know is this year's coordinator of our scholarship program, who also created the videos and presentation that you've seen tonight. Angie Adams, who was the program's coordinator since the beginning, who's helped create and grow the scholarship program into the amazing, impactful program it is today. And Christian Runyon, who is our communications expert, who is handling the promotion of our program, as well as our recipients. Please visit our BBB's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube pages. We've been posting and will be posting videos of our recipients and the recording of today's ceremony, so you can share your accomplishments with your friends and family. And last but not least, thank you to the parents and guardians of these great students. In most cases, they are following the examples you have set. Thank you for being such amazing role models and for raising such incredible young men and women of integrity. As we conclude our celebration, I'll leave you with a few words about resiliency and the future. This year, as well as last, have been a time of uncertainty, confusion, and even fear. But what we have seen from our community and from these students in the face of uncertainty and adversity is resilience. They've continually stepped up to the challenge in both education and life, and have not only overcome those challenges, but turned them into opportunities for learning, change, and success. If these are the future leaders and ambassadors of integrity, and I truly believe they are, we're all in good hands. We wish them the greatest of success in their future endeavors and are confident that their character, values, and principles will help direct their future paths and make them catalysts for change. This concludes our scholarship awards ceremony. Thank you for being with us to recognize excellence among these outstanding young adults. They truly are the best of the best.